Well, after this game, we're going to be halfway through the first round. But tonight, the 97-98 Utah Jazz will play the 03-04 Lakers in a very, this might be a closer game than you expected. The LA Lakers, I believe, lost the NBA title this year to the Detroit Pistons, and Utah Jazz lost their NBA title to the 95-96, or the 95-96, 97-98 Bulls, and Michael Jordan's favorite shot. But Utah's a very solid team. Taking a look here, the Utah Jazz and the LA Lakers, and then we're going to have the Thunder and the Raptors. The Thunder are a very solid team. In simulations in the past, they've always been runners-up, never have won at all. The Celtics and the Bucks, that might be surprisingly a good game. The Spurs and the Cavs, and the Celtics and the Warriors. This one might be a little bit more defensive than what we expect, but it'll be the Utah Jazz, and this actually might be a very unique contest. The Lakers are favored by a little bit, but we're going to have to see. Utah and LA, we're going to be coming up next. It should be a good one.
Welcome to a new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Well, the qualifying game days are over, but our 64 roster spots are filled.
And we don't care about that, but here we are. We are in Los Angeles, and it's the Staples Center here in Los Angeles. And right now, the Lakers, they're 4th seed, and they want to get to the Elite Eight. It's the round of 16. Lakers and the Jazz, the round of 16 here in the Legends Tournament. And Karl Malone, they're going to throw it up, and we are underway. And Malone down to Gary Payton. He does a weird move. He better be careful about traveling on the first play of the game. So they will win first and fourth quarter. They will get the ball. Here's Gary Payton, and he misses. Stockton the rebound here in Los Angeles. Look at the lane. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 2 years. Stockton right down the middle, and the lay-in is good. Stockton a little quicker than people give him credit for. I mean, yes, he isn't the quickest ever, but he plays off the ball a little bit, and he's all right. He's not the fastest ever, but he's not the slowest. Malone to Shaq. He got it 2-2. And when you have Shaq against Stockton, Shaq is going to win. So it'll be 2-2 here as we begin the round of 16 game. Stockton right down the middle again, and that's going to be blocked. That's Karl Malone. Malone against Malone tonight. Gary Payton will pull and hit. It's now 4-2 Lakers. Karl Malone is guarding himself. It's going to be an oddity tonight. Stockton to Malone, and he'll go to the line. Malone fouls himself. And yeah, that'll be funny for about the first quarter, and then when you realize your team is winning or losing, that's going to be big. Karl Malone, it's 4-3, and here comes the second. Malone will hit. It's 4-4. As you see, the winner will play the winner of 1 versus 8 Golden State versus the 64-65 Celtics. Oh, into Shaq, and it's 6-4. The Lakers are playing a little bit more up-tempo. They played like the Bulls of the late 90s. They have Phil Jackson as a coach. And the Lakers will play that 90 to 100 point style Hornacek through the middle, and a miss. And Malone gets the rebound. He's going to win today, but with which team? They go inside to Rick Fox. And Rick Fox, it's now 8-4 Lakers. Stockton will bring it down. Well, they're not afraid to open it up, both these teams, early. Hornacek into Malone. He's guarding himself. Stockton to Russell. Malone thought about doing this. Greg Ostertag underneath. I believe he's from Kansas, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Oh, Malone he blocks Stockton. strange to have that, but this happens. And here come the Lakers, up 8-4. Oh, what a slam to Karl Malone. And it's the Lakers 10 and Utah 4. Well, they're picking up the pace a little bit. The Jazz, I thought it might be a slow, plodding game, but right now they are getting openings right in this LA defense. And it is a 10-6 game. It'll slow down. A little bit inside to Shaq, and Shaq puts it through. They might start taking fouls. It looks like the Lakers are going to get a 30-point first quarter. The Jazz want to do the same thing, and that's going to be a foul on Kobe. You got to be careful. You get 4 fouls. You get 6 fouls, and he already got his first early, 3 minutes in. Stockton to Brian Russell. Russell, I saw this coming from a mile away. Jeff Hornacek. I saw that coming, and when he curled around, I'm like, there it is. It is 12-9. Bryant to Rick Fox. To Gary Payton now. Payton will look inside. He's got Shaq to Gary, and it's a foul. And they'll go to the line, 1 on Stockton. Kobe with 1, and Stockton with 1.
At the line for the Lakers.
And this is Gary Payton, and he makes 1. Payton was also in on the Seattle Supersonics in 95-96. And they're eliminated. It'll be 14-9 now. LA leads, and they have 14 points already. They're playing like the Lakers in 1980. And that helps Russell, the Hornacek, early on, good shooting. But you know this can't last. They want some good defensive stops. Hornacek, the runner, no good. And Shaq the rebound, trying to bring it up. Here's Rick Fox. Intercepted. Here's Russell. He's got Ostertag, but his head was down. He didn't see him. Russell, he might have traveled there. And Hornacek to Stockton. Oh, maybe a double dribble there if he dribbled to keep. And there's the steal. That's Payton. And Payton will bring it back. A big turnover. Payton to Kobe. And what a slam. Kobe Bryant. And that's exactly what they won at 16-9. He's averaging almost 32 a game. And here in a round of 16, it is 16-9. They go to Russell. This is a little higher scoring than I think Utah wants, and Karl Malone against Payton, and Malone wins. Utah would like to settle it down, and the reason is paces are all about open shots. If you play a fast pace and you run a break, you can get your open shots earlier. You got the speed to beat everybody to the baseline. If you're the Jazz, you want to play a half-court game because you can work off the ball and get your open shot. Oh, Payton, his foot was on the line, and in and out, no good. Shaq the rebound over Ostertag, but he can't get his second offensive rebound. And here comes John Stockton, and there's a foul on Stockton. They call it charge. Very controversial there. Howard Isley comes up. Stockton didn't like the call at all. And why would you? Why would you like that call? That was a... Bryant makes it. 18-11, and this is huge. Kobe Bryant, 31-7 points per game. Isley. Hornacek. He's going to bring it in. Hornacek one-on-one, and a miss. Here comes Karl Malone. The thing about the Lakers is they can play either style. O'Neal will push, and no good. Here's Russell. Russell and Isley, and Isley pulls and misses. And here's Payton the other way. And they lean inside, no good. Malone. They got Rick Fox. Shaq, and the foul, and it's good. That's Russell.
Brian Russell At the line for Los Angeles, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq. And nails it. 21-11, the Lakers by 10 early. The Jazz are getting their average, the Lakers are getting above theirs. Anderson back to Isley, 2 fouls for Stockton. Isley, and he can't beat him off the dribble. Jacques Vaughn from Kansas has it. Vaughn for 3, and no. They can't get rebound. Baines again. This is to Fisher. I believe Baines is a 2K22 free agent, and that's going to be 2 more for the Lakers, and they now have a 23-11 lead. This is not how Utah wanted to start it out. Utah might have to slow it down. Anderson for 3, and they nail it. Shannon Anderson, and it is 23-14 with 4 minutes to go here in the first. George. Bryant. Bryant to O'Neal. Kobe. 3. In and out, and here's Karl Malone, and here come the Utah Jazz. They need another basket here. Inside, Jacques Vaughn. The hook shot, and he misses. Oh. Every time they're given an opening to get back into this game, that happens. O'Neal. There's Devin George who hits. But it's a long 2-pointer, and it is a 25-14 game. Jacques Vaughn. Vaughn to Anderson. Oh, what a move. Oh, what a move to Malone, and he puts it through. Anderson with the assist. When you look at subs, you look at which teams can't make the same play, really. They dribble it in, and it is good. Oh, my goodness. Derek Fisher. Seriously. The Lakers are hitting, they're in one of their zone quarters. They're hitting 2/3 of their shots. They're definitely in a zone. Jacques Vaughn. Vaughn again, looking. Vaughn. Vaughn one-on-one against Shaq. Here's Adam Keith. They go to Anderson. Vaughn to Howard Isley. Isley, no good, and there it is. There's Bryant, and out of bounds. He should have just left it go. Once he got possession and went out, they reset the shot clock. Look at him looking in the background. Look at him looking up. Russell will come in. I think that's the same Brian Russell. Look at him looking at Kobe like, oh, come on. Such a great player. We all make mistakes. And, you know, that when you make hundreds of decisions a game, that's going to happen. You instinctively go after a loose ball. It just happens that way. Jacques Vaughn. Oh, what a move. What a move, and Baines, he puts it through. Utah trying to do what they need to do. Oh, right to Shaq. I saw that coming. If you watch off the ball, you know, this is the type of game where if you see things slow down, look off the ball. And as soon as I saw Shaq break, that was huge. I knew it was getting it. Here's Isley. And they bring it to Anderson. His foot was on the line. In and out. I think they still called that a 3. And here's Shaq. He's going to bring it up. There's no way he's going coast to coast on that. Russell. They're going to move it down. And Fisher. Fisher's got to shoot. He's got to hurry. And he does. And he misses. Here's Malone the other way. To Jacques Vaughn. Vaughn again, inside, Isley to Vaughn. There's a minute. Utah only with 18 points. They can't break this defense. Isley for 3. In, and he got it good. Howard Isley in for John Stockton. And there's under a minute. 29-21. Russell. Fisher. Fisher in the veins in the slam dunk. It's 31-21 with under 40 seconds. Vaughn. Vaughn. Vaughn, and no good. Here's shot Vaughn. And no good again. 2 blocks, and that was big. 2 blocks by Russell, who also plays for the Utah Jazz. 10 seconds to go. Here's Derek Fisher. He's looking to go inside here in the first quarter. The Lakers lead by 10. Fisher. There's a steal. Malone, and that won't count. Vaughn will shoot it, but it was too late. At the end of one, the Lakers have a 10-point lead over the Utah Jazz. And the Lakers are favorites, but right now they are really playing well. Lakers 31, Utah 21 as we begin the second quarter. Malone, and they block it. Oh, he broke the plane there. You'd think that here's Stockton again. Remember, Stockton has 2 fouls. And Stockton having 2 fouls, that'll be a big one here. Here's Karl Malone, and Malone. Oh my God, what a block! Oh, that was a huge block. Here's Derek Fisher. Shaq is going to cycle in, but Fisher, oh, what a move. Oh, what a move by Derek Fisher, and it's a 12-point lead for the Lakers. The Lakers are going to be deadly at home, but they might have to play at Golden State in the round of 8. Malone will pull and miss, and here's Shaq again. Shaq will bring it up. He can move, but he's not a point. Look at Shaq against Stockton. Fisher. Derek Fisher hits the 3. 36-21. And John Stockton. This is big for the Lakers. They are really ramping this up. The Jazz need a few in a row here, and Malone can't hit it. Here's Devin George. Well, the Lakers are pulling away. They really are. Fisher. Oh, here's Shaq against Adam Keefe. There's Fisher for 3, and he can't get it. It just clings that off, and Anderson will bring it up. Stockton. Malone. Oh, what a hook shot. What a hook shot against Derek Fisher. He had the size advantage, and that's what they needed. That's why Utah is deadly in the half-court game. A timeout for the Lakers. The Lakers by 13 as we just began the second quarter. The Lakers leading by 13. If you're Utah, you were just talking about how you want to work the half-court offense and get some, maybe not as many possessions in, but get back on defense like they do. And here's Stockton then. You don't want to be caught in a transition game. Here's John, and there's a miss, and Malone, and here they go. Peyton to Russell, and what a slam. Oh, well, not what Utah wanted. You still have time to play the statistics, and half-court offenses favor the Jazz statistically. Oh, there's Jeff Hornacek, and that happens. They pull him back, and it's 38-25. Hornacek already has 7. Russell to Malone. Malone, Ostertag. Oh, to Hornacek, a weird sort of fumble. And he picks it up. I'm speaking football language, and Hornacek with 9. 38-27. Payton, and a miss. Keith to Hornacek. And he goes over to Morris. Morris to Malone, to Payton. They go to Fisher, and Fisher. And he misses. Here's Stockton again. They got numbers, but they don't use them. A nice stop by Gary Payton. Oh, this is Adam Keefe. What a run. And it is down to 9 points. Of course, the Lakers have to be a little worried about this. Utah has cut it to a 9-point game. Here's Fisher. This is without Shaq. It looks like Utah has the size advantage. Malone against Hornacek. And the Lakers, Malone, has scored. It's 40-29. Now Stockton throws an interception to Malone, and he goes and dunks it. I'm wondering, is that still an assist for Stockton? Stockton to Malone. Morris, of course it is. The rule is 2 dribbles for assists. It's a pass in 2 or less dribbles. Ostertag's got to shoot, and he does, and it's in and out. And here's Rick Fox. Fox over to Payton. Payton will pull and make it, straddles it in. It's a 13-point game, 7 minutes to go here in the half. Well, the Lakers are the 4th seed. They got a little bit going here. It was down to 9, and they've scored the last 4. It's up to 13. I saw Hornacek, and they're not going to give it to him. Morris, they got to do something. They try and pull it in. Morris will pull and miss. And here's Malone the other way to Rick Fox. Payton to Fisher to Russell. Well, the Lakers right now a 13-point lead. There it is, in to Gary Payton. Really, you gotta wonder about this defensively for the Jazz. So what if they got on a cold shooting streak? Can you stop the people from slicing in and laying it up? Four seconds, a 3, and he nails it. That's Jeff Hornacek. Every time you think that the Jazz are dead, they hit threes and they cut it from like 9 to 12 or something like that, around that area. You don't want to write them off yet. Here's Payton. No Shaq, no Kobe in right now. But Payton, oh, what a move. Oh, and around John Stockton. Gary Payton out of Oregon State. And a timeout for the Jazz. They got to do something. They're down by 14. And Jerry Sloan needs to do something. 46-32. We'll be back.
And your Laker girl.
(46-32). And got it! Oh, that's John Stockton. Now that kind of was big. They just came down in a couple seconds. They talked about it and they just laid it up and in to cut it to 12. So who knows? They might go inside a little bit more. Russell. Now Stockton's on the outside against Payton. He can't get around Ostertag, and there's a foul. And Ostertag bails him out. Gary will shoot 2 with under 5 minutes to go here in a second. And Payton has 11. 12. And it's inside to Keith. No! Oh, they could have cut it to 12, but they didn't. And here's Gary Payton again. Payton, what a pass to Malone. It's good. And Karl Malone, it's 50-34. The Lakers, a 16-point lead. And Utah's in almost the danger zone now. We knew that they were slight underdogs, but we didn't think they'd be totally blown out of the water. I wouldn't say totally blown out of the water, but it has been a Utah in LA in command of this game. Isley, no good, and here's Kobe. Kobe again. Kobe threw them in on a slam. Oh, how big that is against Adam Keith. It is an 18-point game. They got to be careful. There's Hornacek. He runs around and he gets it. It's 52-37 now. Lakers have a lead. Russell to Bryant. Here's Kobe. Russell for three. Got it. Oh my goodness. Brian Russell. He also plays for the Jazz, but now the Lakers have an 18-point lead. And that's Jeff Hornacek. He's been good off the dribble today. He has 17 points. Most have been layups. Give it to Hornacek. Oh my goodness, right to Kobe Bryant. That's why it's such high field goal shooting percentage. Most of them are dunks today. And the Lakers by 18. Keith, Russell, Keith, Isley, and a miss. Malone again, Malone to Russell, Russell, no. And Ostertag again to Isley. Russell will have it now. 18 points. Oh, there's a steal. Malone to Russell. And Russell misses. Hornacek to Isley. Isley again. Oh, look at Hornacek, and there it is, the two. They cut it to 16, but still the Lakers. I mean, it's 57-41. They're going to call a timeout. They want to talk about this. They don't want to let Utah closer. It's 57-41. We'll be back in a second. The Lakers 57, Utah 41. As they bring it in to Payton. Payton. They go around. Payton again. Off glass. No good. Here comes Brian Russell. Jacques Vaughn. And a foul by Baines. And Vaughn will shoot two. A little over a minute to go in the quarter. They'll cut it to 14. I think they needed to do this. If they can get it a little closer, then that'll be big. But I think that the Lakers want to just prevent Utah from making it 10. I saw Bryant go into the corner, and I wondered, oh my goodness. There it is, Gary Payton, and from Oregon State he misses. Malone again to Anderson. Here's Howard Isley. John Vaughn. On, in and out, and here comes Malone the other way. Kobe, oh, past everyone. And it's now a 16-point lead with 25 seconds to go. The Lakers by 16 now. Defense hard to come by for the Utah Jazz, but for the Lakers, they've only given up 43. Now they got to shoot the ball. The Jazz do. I don't think there'll be time for a rebound. Vaughn, Malone off glass. He got it. 3 seconds. Let's see what they do to Kobe. And he's going to fling it and miss it. And it is 59-45. Not enough to bury him yet. but it's enough to think that this is a comfortable lead. At the end of one, it is the Lakers 59, the Jazz 45. As we go to the half, enjoy watching the highlights of our halftime show. KFR, good job. KFR, I'm going to go. Can you put a link into the, can I put a link into the channel on mine so I can just click it and go? So go to your channel, click a link, put in there, I'll sub in a second. It's fine, I'll sub. And we'll go from there, but I will sub, it'll be good. Just put a link in. If you want me to sub to your channel, I will. I will subscribe because I like watching content, I really do. But just put a link because I can't click on your name anymore. Also, let me get some water here. The second half, who knows how it'll go. 19 points in 16 minutes for Jeff Hornacek. Who knows, you're at halftime, and if the Jazz come out with a big run and then they play even, that could be big. There's a ladder in the background. That's the first time I noticed that. As we begin the third quarter, we're weeding out teams. I know in the first round we'll have some blowout matchups in which at the night, but Utah's hanging around. Here's Stockton now as we begin the third quarter. Malone against Shaq. Malone no good. And Shaq the rebound. And here come the LA Lakers. Gary Payton. Payton again. The lay-in is good. And it is now a 16-point lead. One of the things I think about is Golden State's defense. Now, Golden State hasn't won yet. But it is, I'm not saying it's inevitable. They're a big favorite. That's Stockton and a miss. So here's Payton again to Kobe. But they're going to stop a lot of this, driving to the basket. And they might have to play an even higher scale transition game against the Golden State Warriors. And that's if they win today. It's on the ground, and Hornacek has done everything today. He's got Brian Russell, number 3, but he can't get it to him. He now gets it to him. He goes to Stockton. Stockton again. And up and no good, O'Neal. O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. 63-45, 12 points, 6 of 8. Shooting, he hasn't had to do too much. And whenever that happens, that's okay. Hornacek. This game is getting away, and that's going to be a block by Shaq. This is a big one if they score. Kobe Bryant, this is a big one. They might need a timeout. Karl Malone has 3 assists. Kobe Bryant. What a slam. Hornacek now pulls and makes it, straddles it in. Actually, that's John Stockton. He went right through the middle in a crowd of people. It's 18, but the Lakers keep getting 2-1 and 3-1 in baskets. It's an 18-point game. They get it into Shaq. And here comes Ostertag. Russell. Hornacek. Into Malone. Hornacek. They got to shoot. Hornacek, what a move! Hornacek has been unbelievable today. A 16-point lead. Hornacek is 21-5 from mid-range. Payton. Gary Payton, and that's going to be a foul. Malone.
Now the lineup for your Lakers. Derek Fisher.
Here we go. That is Shaq. We just saw Shaq. I don't know why we just stared at him for a little bit. 8:46 to go. Bryant. It's a 16-point game. I kind of zoned out there, really. Derek Fisher. No. Well, for the Jazz, it's a 16-point game. Brian Russell. And there's the steal by Kobe. Oh, he's going. Oh, what a pass. That's Karl Malone. And a timeout for the Jazz. It's an 18-point lead for the Lakers, and the Lakers' Karl Malone is happy. 67-49. We'll be back.
Your Laker girl. All right. Look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your Laker girl.
Stockton. Stockton. Oh, what a move.
John Stockton.
67-51. Fisher. Rick Fox. Brian Russell, and here is 2 shots. He nails 1. Here's the second for Rick Fox, and it is good. (69-51). Oh, look at this. Malone, oh, he had a shot open. Stockton. And they got to do something. It's an 18-point game. He's going to just fling it up. No good. It almost went in. If that would have went in, that would have been big. Here's Kobe again past Hornacek. No good. I thought there might have been a foul, but the referees say no. And it's their judgment that matters. They got better ones than me. And here comes Rick Fox. He'll get the rebound here. Up and down to Shaq. Oh, what a block by Ostertag. Oh, what a huge block. Here comes Russell. Russell will go in to Karl Malone. Karl. Oh, he's doing all sorts of moves, but he makes that one that moves. It works. It's over Devin George. And they cut it to 16. Devin George, here's Kobe Bryant. There's Kobe. Kobe Bryant is just going right through this defense. He's 8 of 11 shooting. A lot of them have been dunks. That's what I'm talking about. They might have to sag back and make him shoot. There's Brian Russell, slam it through. And Brian Russell nails that one, and it is a 16-point lead. Oh, there it is. There comes Stockton. He might make this 14, and there it is. It is 14 now. This could be a unique situation, especially if the Utah Jazz score the next 3 or 4 baskets. They've scored a couple in a row. If they go on a run, this will be big. Bryant. Oh, what a play by Kobe, right over Hornacek. Look at this, slammed right in his face. Look at this. Right over Hornacek. Oh, look at Hornacek. Saying, spare it. I don't want to get hit in the face with the ball. And Stockton gets around Russell. Nice pass. And he gives it to the Utah Russell. Malone, the hook shot. There's Oster. Oh, what a steal! What a steal by O'Neal. And that does rhyme. I sound like Dr. Seuss there, Fisher. And Rick Fox to Bryant. Here's Kobe. He's against Ostertag. You know he's looking for that. Yeah. Yeah, we all knew that was coming. That was easy. 20 for Bryant, 21 for Hornacek. But Bryant is 20. Timeout under 5 minutes in the third. The Lakers in control. (75-57). It's an 18-point lead with under 5 minutes. Nicely, three from Vaughn. No good. And O'Neal. Neal to Baines. Yes. Aaron Baines. It's 77-57, and the Lakers are just looking good here. You'd expect this from a 1-8 matchup, but the Lakers are looking good. That's Anderson. I can see a little bit of fallacies in the Lakers defense and why they are fourth and not first. But then again, whenever you have to play really good teams, you lose by close games. Things happen. 77-59, 4 minutes. Fisher. Derek Fisher, no, and Keith outduels O'Neal for the rebound. You know, earlier on, I was thinking half court. I might have been wrong. They might have to go full throttle Denver Nuggets of the 1980s on this. Shot Vaughn and a miss. Lakers are playing solid defense, and this transition's killing them. The transition is killing them. They got to get back, though. It's a 20-point game. 22 for Kobe. Vaughn trying to go inside. Three from Howard Isley, and he's open and he nails it. People don't realize that NBA players can make three-pointers left and right if you leave them open. It's the defense why their shooting percentage goes down. They're strong. I mean, a three-pointer, they can hit it probably about 70% of the time in an open gym. But you put them in a game situation. Here's Shaq. And, oh my goodness. Shaquille O'Neal nailed it, and it's now a 19-point game. The Lakers are 10 of 14 shooting. You know, in the fourth quarter, they'll start Shaq Vaughn against O'Neal. No good. He knows you just beat a brick wall. And Devin George. Oh, what a move! Devin George. And it is a 21-point lead. Shaq Vaughn to Karl Malone. And the Jazz's Karl Malone. As you know, there's two of them. It's 83-64 and a timeout. Timeout, Lakers. They have a 19-point lead. We'll be back. What a game. What an offensive showing by the LA Lakers.
Your Lakers girl. KFR, if you want to put a link to your channel, I'll go in and I will sub to your channel. If anybody is listening, they want me to sub to their channel, put a link in there because I can't just click on names anymore. That was the old Facebook. 83-64. Gary Payton. Gary, and here it is. Malone the other way to Shaq Vaughn. Vaughn. Oh, what a pass to Shannon Anderson. Every time we want to bury the Jazz, they get on this run, and now it's a 17-point game. Like, seriously, they get on this run, and we're like, oh, well, this is it. And then this happens. There is... 85-66, 1 minute. Nicely. Oh my God, Malone. Wow, that's a desperation move. It is a 19-point game. If he would have hit it, it would have been 16. I don't know. That would have been something. There's Kobe Bryant in and out. And he missed it. There's the other Karl Malone. Well, the same Karl Malone that missed the three. I don't know if they're going 2 for 1. Anderson now. Here's shot Vaughn. Vaughn for 2 and a miss. Russell. Bryant. Bryant and a miss there. Here's Malone. They got to shoot this thing. Vaughn, and he'll just dribble it out. A 19-point game. The Lakers lead, and really, if you're the Jazz, oh wow, that was an unbelievable block. But you're the Jazz, you gotta get something going in the first 3 minutes or it's over. 85-66. Gary Payton, and we begin the fourth quarter. Karl Malone, and on the inside, Malone. And, you know, if the Lakers score the first 6 points here, it's over. And then we're playing in a garbage time. There's Anderson, and he'll put it through. Really, it's okay if you give up the first shot. But right now, I mean, this is getting to the point. There's Anderson to steal. This is what they need. But they need to finish. Anderson, and he'll go all the way. And the slam there, it's 87-70. So it is a 17-point game. Isley playing defense. They just can't contain Kobe off the dribble. Oh, when Shaq is going against Stockton, you know, that's all she wrote, really. And Stockton now will bring it up. It's 89-70, and Utah's hopes are fading. Malone against himself. He fouled himself in the first quarter. Isley, and he hits the three. And Howard Isley, it's 89-73. They're getting it to 16. It's slowly but surely, and they do have time. They're playing a little bit more pressure defense. And Bryant, oh, what a pass. That's going to be to Gary Payton. Good defense there. It's 91-73. Stockton to Isley. Malone. Isley. And that's going to be a foul on the other Karl Malone. Again, they gotta make a move though. If you're the Utah Jazz, as Brian Russell will come in, you gotta make a move. You gotta really push to get a 10-2 run. If you can get a 10-2 run and make this thing an 8-point game, that'd be beyond unbelievable. That would bring Mike back in. There's Kobe, and he misses. Shaq will slam it through on an offensive board. They're going to give, if they end up winning this game, they're going to give Golden State all sorts of trouble with Shaq because he can move and he has size. And Golden State doesn't necessarily have a player to deal with Shaq that we know of. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Isley, and that's Karl Malone. So they make it 16. There's got to be a point here in the next couple minutes where it's like, you know, it's over. Really, when you look at it. Bryant again to Malone. Malone to Kobe. Kobe nails it, and that's good. Kobe Bryant, 95-77. Here's Stockton. Stockton again, a move and an in. No good here. Here's Payton. Payton into Bryant. Oh, the slam. And they're starting to close out the Jazz. They let the Jazz, I wouldn't say they hung around, but they couldn't stick a fork in them. And I think that says something. Yes, it says something for the Jazz, but I think it says something a little negative for these Lakers. Nicely. And a miss. They fumble it around, and here's Rick Fox. Rick. Kobe. No. And here's Russell again. If I were the Lakers, I might just take all shot clock violations. Russell to Malone. He's got Ostertag, but he doesn't go to him. Oh, there was a player in front of him. Didn't see that, and Stockton's going to have to fire, and he does. And it's in and out, and here comes Bryant the other way. Kobe. Oh, what a slam. Kobe Bryant. And Bryant has 30 tonight, and they now have a 22 lead. A timeout for the Jazz, and I think this one is pretty much over. It's going to take a miracle now for the Jazz. 99-77. Well, Hornacek will come in. It's really going to take a miracle for the Jazz now to win. Hornacek. Stockton. Oh, he's got to fire this from the Staples Center side. No good, and Shaq again. And this is where the Lakers will start to wind it down. Oh, maybe wind it. Oh, what a hard foul. That's a flagrant. And Ostertag ripped down O'Neal to the floor. And O'Neal is upset. Ostertag that was a flagrant, and everybody just stopped. And O'Neal will shoot two. He just went and he just clubbed him. Shaq. And he misses one. But they will get the ball back. And Shaq misses both. That wasn't hack a Shaq. That was punch him in the face. But they'll get it back, and here it is, Malone. Payton to Malone. Fox. Fox, and no good to Russell. All we said on those flagrant fouls, you bring your own team, you allow them to stand in the lane and calm down the player, because sometimes if you just go from the floor to the foul line and you don't have people calming you down, you get upset. And there's Shaq with the steal, and they go to Gary Payton. Oh, that's a steal by Stockton now. Stockton. The lay-in, no good. Payton. Gary Payton, and it's over 100 points. 101-77. The Lakers know they're going to the next round now. They really played this fourth quarter well. They didn't allow the Jazz all those points. Rick Fox. Oh, a high arcing shot. Oh, what a pass by Kobe. And a timeout by the Lakers. It's 22 with 5 minutes to go. And the Lakers are going to play the Golden State Warriors. Kobe Bryant. Payton. Payton to Malone. comes Malone. Jacoby. Off glass, no good, and Shaq. See, that's the one thing about the Golden State Warriors, and this is going to be a game of matchups. But Golden State cannot handle. I don't know if they have a player that can handle Shaq. We're going to find out. But if Golden State doesn't have an answer for Shaq, he easily could be the dominating force in that game. And there's a miss. Kobe to Rick Fox. No good, and here's Stockton the other way. Stockton, Hornacek. Well, he should have just pulled for three. Hornacek, no good, and here's Gary Payton. Payton. Shoot it, Shaq. 4 minutes to go. I would have loved to see a three. Malone, and no good. Rebound, Malone, yes. 105 to 79. So that means 3 of our 4 games have turned into blowouts. This one was dominated. The Lakers controlled it for most of the game. 105 to 81, and it is 3.5 to go. The players coming in, they know this one's over. It's a 24-point game. Payton. Missed. Here's Russell. Russell. Stockton. Under 3 minutes. 1 second, and that is in, no good. Stockton again. Stockton will move down. Stockton, and he goes.
John Stockton.
.105 to 83. There's 2 minutes to go. And again, the Lakers-Golden State matchup is going to be a really good one. I think it's going to be an excellent one. You know, you have Golden State, who's #1. Now, they didn't win yet. So they haven't won yet, and they will play a few games from now. 4 games, so next week they'll play, really to end the first round. But I'll tell you what, right now, that's there's Gary, and there's a miss. Stockton again will push it up. And there are people just sitting on the sidelines waiting to get in, including, I think that's Luke Walton. Malone, no. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm just letting the shot clock run out to get the subs in the game. Oh, man, why not? Gary Payton. 107 to 85, 20 points for Gary. 8 of 17 in field goals. Stockton. Malone. Russell. He hits the three. It's 107 to 88. I mean, this game is over, and I'm just excited that Brian Russell hit a three. It's not going to make a difference in the game. I mean, Utah played a solid season. They just ran into a team that was much better. You know, some of these teams are very top-heavy, and we knew that coming into the tournament. Actually, the next game, the Thunder and the Raptors, is going to be an excellent one. I really like both teams and their chances. That's going to be Karl Malone. They want to put this one in. It's going to end up 19 as it is, but in reality, there's Kobe. I mean, he's against Hornacek. Here's Bryant now. Bryant. Oh, he beat him, and he slams it through. 111 to 90, and that'll be the game. The Lakers bring it over 20. They do want to play defense. And for the Lakers, well, let's see how Golden State does. Hornacek, and he misses the end. It's 111-90. We'll go to the, look at the confetti raining down. The LA Lakers of 03-04 will go to the Elite Eight here in the Legends Tournament. And they will move on to the next round here in the tournament. The Lakers, 111, Utah, 90. And you can see that camera angle. My goodness, the zoom. Take your seasick pills on that one. And here we go. We're going to go in and we're going to take a look really quickly at the box score. Really, I really like the Lakers' short victory. Toronto and Oklahoma City. There it is. There's Toronto. You can see that they are next. You can see that they are next. The Thunder and the Raptors. So the last game we had with the Lakers in Utah, here it was. Shaquille O'Neal, a double-double, 21 points, 17 rebounds. For the Jazz, Hornacek at 21 points and nothing else. And as you see, 59-46 in shooting, 2 of 7 and 8 of 15 for threes, really, for the Jazz. It was 52-45 in the second half, and that is it. That is it. It is big, and it is. That is it. So the Lakers win. They're going to play the winner of Golden State and Boston. If Boston wins, that'll be one of the biggest upsets. And really, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say history. We've had some mighty big upsets, but my goodness. So the next game will be Toronto number 2 against Oklahoma City. The difference in that one is the fact that Oklahoma City's a good team, and they just blew everybody out in that first game. That first game of the play-in, they earned their way in with a big blowout win against the Boston Celtics, who made it in. Oklahoma City could be a very good team. They're playing their best basketball. And the winner will play the Miami Heat of 12-13 and LeBron James. So there we go. That's it for us today. I hope you have a great day. We will see you later. Thank you very much. And that is big. Have a great day. We'll see you later.